Welcome everyone to the Deep Dive. Glad you could join us. Today we're tackling something that honestly might change how you look at, well, a lot of things. Fitness, sure, but maybe bigger life stuff too. We're diving into some really potent ideas from a piece called Cardio, Outrunning Mediocrity. We've pulled out some key excerpts, and our mission here really is to challenge how we usually think about cardio. You know, that feeling of it just being about burning calories or maybe getting beach ready, that sort of thing. Instead, we're going to explore how this source presents cardio as this, powerful metaphor, a training ground for life, a way to push past your limits. Stick with us, because I think this perspective goes way beyond just exercise. It's quite profound, actually. Okay, so let's get into it. The typical view of cardio. It's often negative, right? That mental groan. The source puts it really well, I think. It says, most people look at cardio and see pain. They see a treadmill, sweat, a pounding heartbeat, and they think, why would I put myself through this? It hits home for a lot of us, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. It captures that immediate reaction, that, desire to just avoid the discomfort. It's very human. And what's really striking is what the source says right after that. It hits you with, that's exactly why they stay average, which is, wow, pretty direct.
Yeah, that's blunt.
It is. It connects that avoidance directly to, well, not progressing. It sort of dares you to argue. But then it pivots. It says, look, cardio isn't about burning calories. It isn't about looking good for the summer. It's asking you to find a deeper reason, a bigger why.
Right, so it's saying the purpose behind it changes everything.
Precisely. The insight here seems to be that your purpose dictates your perseverance. If the why is shallow, you'll struggle when it gets tough. This view really pushes you to find a strong internal motivation, something that makes the physical effort meaningful, turns it into, like you said, a training ground, and makes you ask, okay, if it's not just about calories or looks, what is it about? What's the real meaning behind pushing through when it hurts?
Looking beyond the surface level stuff.
Exactly. Beyond the immediate, the obvious.
Okay, so that reframes it completely. And then the source introduces this really fascinating idea. It says when you're pushing hard, you're not just, running for the sake of it. It literally says you're not running from nothing. You're running from mediocrity. And just try and picture that. Mediocrity as a thing you're actively escaping. A weight, maybe.
It's such a vivid picture, isn't it? And this perspective, it really fleshes out what mediocrity is. Not just a vague idea, but a real tangible force.
Tangible.
Yeah, something actively holding you back. The text describes it so well, saying, it's heavy, it drags on your legs, it whispers in your ear, it tells you to quit. It's like personifying that inner voice, the one that always argues for comfort, for staying put, for not pushing the boat out.
That little voice telling you, just stop.
That's the one. And then it tells you how to fight back. The counteraction. It says, every step is a declaration that you refuse to stay the same.
A declaration.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too. And the more you run, the quieter mediocrity becomes. This isn't just flowery language, it's almost like practical advice. Consistent action, that deliberate movement, it actually weakens that comfort-seeking impulse. You're basically proving that inner voice wrong step by step by just doing it, by moving away from it. Think about it in your own life. A tough project, maybe? A difficult conversation you're putting off? That same voice whispers, take the easy route. This is practice for overriding that.
Silencing it through action.
Yeah,
that's a great way to put it. And the text really zooms in on that tough moment in a workout. The peak discomfort point, we all know it, right? When you're out of breath, when your chest is screaming, when your body is begging you to stop. That's usually my cue to wonder why I ever started. But this source says that's the critical moment. The moment of truth.
Exactly right. That moment isn't just about tired muscles or burning lungs. It's like a miniature version of every challenge point we face. And the source frames it as the direct face-off. It calls it mediocrity, trying to chain you back to comfort. Stark language.
Wow.
Yeah. And it lays out the two choices very clearly. And if you stop, it wins. Simple as that. The resistance wins. But if you keep going, that's where the shift happens. You prove to yourself that you are stronger than excuses, stronger than weakness, stronger than the average man.
You prove it to yourself. That seems key.
Absolutely key. It's about that internal validation, that self-mastery. It's like you're training your brain, the thinking part, to overrule the part that just wants immediate relief. It's practice for self-control, basically, not just for running. And this brings up a really important question, maybe for you listening right now. How often do we let that inner begging to stop voice win? Not just on the treadmill, but elsewhere.
good question.
Yeah, think about projects you nearly abandoned, difficult things you avoided, skills you started but didn't pursue because it got hard. It's the same pattern, isn't it?
It really is. It's a template for dealing with resistance, internal or external.
Precisely. A template.
So stepping back a bit, what does this mean for life outside the gym? How does this physical endurance translate? The source seems pretty clear on making that connection.
Oh, absolutely. It draws a very direct line. It argues that cardio is vital training for, well, life's messy realities.
Yeah.
There's this one line that really sums it up. Cardio teaches you that life doesn't give you rest breaks when you want them.
Oof. True, though.
Right. You've got to keep moving even when it burns. That's not just about physical burn, clearly. It's about emotional burn, mental fatigue, the grind. This isn't about just gritting your teeth either. It's learning sustained effort even when things are tough, when the novelty wears off, when you hit obstacle after obstacle. Think about launching something new or mastering a difficult skill. It's that long haul.
Yeah, the grind.
Exactly. The source basically says this is building resilience. It reinforces the idea because if you can push through on that treadmill or on that road, then you can push through when life throws problems at you. You can endure when others fold. Yeah. It's framing cardio as this crucible where you forge that toughness. So you're ready for challenges outside the gym, building that mental toolkit through physical effort.
I really like how it elevates the whole thing. It's not just exercise anymore. And then it makes this really bold statement. This is not just a workout. This is war. That's intense phrasing, calling it war.
Yeah.
What does that shift in mindset really imply? Is it maybe too aggressive for some people?
That's a fair point. It is intense language, but I think the source clarifies it quickly. The war isn't against anyone else or anything external, really. It's internal. It's a war against your own complacency, against settling for average.
Oh, okay. Internal war.
Right, and it leans into the symbolism. Every drop of sweat is proof that you are outrunning the average life. You are leaving mediocrity behind, mile by mile, stride by stride. See, it frames it as a pursuit of your best self, a deliberate choice, not aggression, but relentless positive effort. Each push, each stride is like a little victory in that internal battle, a sign you're choosing growth over comfort. It makes the struggle necessary part of the win.
Okay, that makes sense. It's a war you choose to fight for yourself. So if you're fighting this war, leaving mediocrity behind, what's the ultimate prize? When you cross that finish line, metaphorically or literally, what have you really conquered?
The source is pretty clear about the scale of the victory. It's not just about finishing the run. It ends with this powerful idea. And when the finish line comes, it won't just be cardio you've conquered.
Okay, what else?
It will be weakness. It will be excuses. It will be the old version of you.
The old version of you.
Yeah. It's talking about genuine transformation. The physical act leads to something deeper, a shift in your character, your discipline, your belief in what you can handle. You shed those self-imposed limits. You emerge stronger, more capable, ready for whatever's next. It's about personal evolution, really.
That is an incredible way to look at it. This whole deep dive really shifts the perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cardio isn't just cardio. It's training for life. And that final motto the source leaves us with, it just nails it. So don't run to lose weight. Run to lose mediocrity. That's a powerful call to action. Rethink your why.
It really is. And maybe, just to leave you with something to chew on, building on that idea, think about where else in your life you might be, consciously or not, running from mediocrity. Maybe it's in your job, a creative project, maybe even how you approach relationships, or flipping it. Where do you maybe need to declare that kind of war on your own excuses, on weakness? Where could you apply that same mindset of just relentless forward movement, refusing to settle? It's about taking this principle beyond the track or the treadmill, right? Using those everyday challenges as your own training ground for growth.
That's a fantastic thought to end on. Really makes you think. A huge thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We really hope this gave you some fresh perspective, maybe some fuel for your own journey, whether that's literally running or tackling your work or chasing those big goals. Until next time, keep pushing and keep outrunning mediocrity.